Hey YouTube, this is Josh with Stable Fit Life, and today we're going to foam roll our upper body. So this is, I believe, part 2 of our Come Roll with Stable Fit Life series, and let's get started. So just meet me in child's pose. We're going to use that in all of our videos from stretching or foam rolling. That's going to be the position we start first, just to loosen up the back or the hips, depending on if we're going to roll the upper body or the lower body. But today we're doing upper body. So whatever you have, towel, yoga mat, your floor, whatever's comfortable for you, just meet me here. We'll hold this for about a minute. Just to loosen up the back especially. And again, to enhance some of your stretches, we suggest foam rolling first. Just so that way when you go into your stretching, especially static stretching, you can go deeper into those stretches. All right. So the first thing we're going to do, we're just going to loosen up the T-spine. So there's a bunch of ways to do it. You can use a foam roller. You don't really have to use this one, a hard one. You can use just your regular soft foam roller. You can use a medicine ball, slam ball, something that's small, or really a basketball. All right. And what you're gonna do is right in kind of like mid upper back. All right. You just wanna stretch. This is gonna stretch out your T-spine. So if you have a lot of issues to where you're squatting and you're hinging forward, a lot of it could be your hip flexors, which you have to stretch out, but most of it could be from your T-spine is not stretched out enough. All right. So if you have any neck issues or neck pain, you can use your hands just to hold your neck. And just breathe into this. Stay here for about a minute. And if you don't have any neck pain or neck issues, you can just have your arms out. This will be a good stretch for your shoulders as well. All right, and from here, we're just gonna roll our back out. So get a nice platform, feet flat on the ground, just begin to roll. I will go just up to mid back. Be mindful of trying to roll out your lower back. You don't want to, if you have lower back pain, you don't want to make that worse. And if you go into our videos, we have stretches for your lower back, especially if you have tightness in your lower back. So try not to roll that out. But yeah, just stay upper to mid back. You can have your elbows out, away from you. You can have your hands back if you want to go deeper into the row, or you can have your hands up. This will go deeper into the row as well. You know, whatever you prefer. Just sit here, and if you find a nice tender spot, just hold it for about 30 seconds, and then slowly go over it. And if it's too tender to where it becomes, I wouldn't say painful, but just something that you can't hold for 30 seconds, you can do 1 inch per second. So just like go over it, slowly go down, and then go back. If you can't hold it on that spot for longer than 30 seconds. That'll be painful. You hold it for 30 minutes. I mean, it might be released by then. So just roll out your back. Stay here for a little bit longer. And if you have one of those foam rollers, I think it's called a rumble roller. The balls or the knots on there is very huge, right? So they can go deeper into your muscle tissue. It's painful, but man, it works very well. But it really depends on your pain threshold. You know, some people can use it with no issues. Others is just too much, and you know, they'll stay away from foam rollers. So just get something like this, where we're actually done with that. For the little indentations, or just rubber. You know, they push down very easily. All right, so from here, you turn on your side. So if you want, we'll start on the left side. Have your arm extended out. Get support on your elbow, as well as right where your lat is, right? And you can either go forward to back, right? Or up and down. All right, so that your lat muscle right here, right? Part of your rear delt. Most of us have tightness in this area, especially if we work out a lot, we work back a lot, you do a lot of single rows, rows in general, lat pull downs, pull ups, whatever. Your whole muscle right here, from your lats to rear delts, all this is super tight, especially if you don't stretch it. So this is another way of just digging in there and loosening up all that fascia, right? So I like to rock back and forth to try to loosen it up. And again, if you find a nice tender spot, just hold it. I have one right now, so we'll just hold it. And you can use this. You can use a mobility ball. Barbell. A barbell works great, especially with this, or your calves, or actually just rolling. So the part where you actually put the weight on the barbell, that part you can roll out your leg, and it uses the weight of the barbell to pretty much smash the muscle tissue to loosen it up. And it's painful, but you know, you do it for 2 minutes at a time, and you just feel great afterwards. But again, it's just, like I said before, you know, people have different pain thresholds, and it's really what you can stand. So rock this back and forth. We'll try to do this up and down. Oh yeah, I got another tender spot here. Again, you don't need a lot of movement on this. You hit the right spot, you'll feel it. There it is. Okay. Switch sides. So yeah, try to make this, a habit for you at least twice a week, and then as you get to do it more, you'll start to see your range of motion go a lot further. Your flexibility lengthen a lot more. And that's one thing we don't talk about too often is mobility. It's all about weight loss or how to get the biggest booty in 2 weeks or how to put on the most muscle mass in 6 months or how can I lose weight before I go on my vacation in 3 months, So we always talk about, that part when it comes to fitness, but we always skip mobility, flexibility, stretching. And, after experiencing a lot of my injuries, from shoulder injuries to tearing my pelvic muscle to tearing my hamstring, I tore a lot of muscles, and a lot of it came from just not stretching. So that's why I try to push mobility a lot more than usual, because that's something we all need, especially if, people who sit in office chairs all day long, over time, they lose their flexibility in their hip flexors. And that's what caused their body to pretty much come forward, right? And then they don't work on their core. So you'll start losing the elasticity in your muscle. And as you get older, you just become in pain, and then you don't know why. And then you're on all these medications and drugs that they put you on. And it's very unhealthy for us. And a lot of it comes from just being active for one, and your mobility. I've been on this side a little longer just because it's my dominant side, so it's more tighter than the other side. Well, I wouldn't say more tight, it's tighter than the other side. And then from here, another thing you can do is for your elbows. So our elbows tend to get, I wouldn't say tight, but just right underneath or right above the elbow where your tricep is. A lot of us get tightness there or just feels weird, right? So to smash that out, you can either use a foam roller, mobility ball, or like I said before, a barbell. So as you're standing up, you can rotate it back and forth or extend your arm. Now this is very, very tender, so you might not be able to hold it there, again, depending on your pain threshold, but we're gonna try it with the mobility ball. And you just wanna work it. Yeah, I feel it already. You just wanna work it in there. Ooh. And to get deeper in there, move this out the way. All right. Yeah, it hurts a lot. But this is where you ever get that, feels like your elbow stuck and you're trying to lengthen your arm out, like you feel it, and then you just gotta work it out. It was like a little pop, right? It's all that stuff in there that needs to be loosened up. The fascia, right? The muscle tightness, all that stuff needs to be loosened up. Just work it out. Ow. Let's go another side. Try to find that spot. There it is. It's working. Oh yeah, right there. Couple more seconds. Hold it. Fuck. Oops, sorry for cursing. Oh man, it hurt. Alright. But that's about it when it comes to mobility for the upper body. There's a lot of stuff you can do. You have this mobility ball that you can use, foam roller. What else? Basketball, like I said before, slam ball, medicine ball for your T-spine, and a barbell if you have one to loosen things up. I'll actually have videos in the future how to utilize a barbell when it comes to mobility. But that's one thing we suggest everybody to start doing now is to get into that mobility, you know, with this or foam roller, and just loosen those muscles up, because again, we don't do it enough. You know, we're always working out and trying to do what this person is doing to lose weight, to gain muscle, but no one ever talks about stretching or just your full range of motion in general. But again, if you have any questions, please reach out to us. Again, thanks for being with us. Stay with us. We have more stuff coming your way. And I'm excited for everything. But smash that like button and subscribe with us. See you soon.